As the Shore Breaks, Volume 1, Take 1.
Someone's gotta do it.
Hi folks, welcome to our first show of As the Shore Breaks, starring your favorite surf crew and mine, me, Corky Carroll. Today I'm going to make a socially significant observation on the state of the human condition, because we as humans like to think we're evolved. We're like Homo sapiens and we're the coolest of all the species on the planet. But the fact of the matter is we have some really basic prime evil instincts, and I mean prime evil instincts, bad stuff. We love to see people eat it, as long as it's not us. We love to see other people eat it, like you or that guy, but not me. Take, for example, Evel Knievel. Evel Knievel was his famous motorcycle riding daredevil, and Evel would jump over like 100 school buses that had chainsaws mounted on the top. They put a fountain in the middle, they'd set the whole thing on fire, the fountain would cool him off when he went by, and he'd try to jump these things. And millions of people would tune in to watch this. And of the millions of people that tuned in to watch it, how many do you think tuned in to see him make it? One, his mom. She didn't want to have to get the blood out of that white leather jumpsuit that he wore. Come on. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that like people just love. I used to be a fan of those shows on TV where people would send in their home videos of like baby falling out of high chair in a mud puddle, or a guy shanking golf ball into his buddy's nuts. That was always fun. The guy's writhing in agony and we're going, that guy ate it. It's funny, unless it's you. Now, I'm telling my wife this, the beautiful Raquel, and she goes, well, we have a show here in Mexico you're gonna just love. It's called El Extremo. And it's like that, but heavier. Like, what do you mean? She goes, well, they have no limitations on what they can show here in Mexico. They can show anything. So I go, okay, cool, I'm gonna like this. So the first episode is Hero Dog Saves Baby. Here's a baby sitting on the floor, diapers, and it's in there kind of goo-goo, and he's got a fork in his hand. And I'm looking at this and thinking, well, he's probably gonna stab himself with a fork or something. But no, he looks over the wall, sees an electrical outlet, and goes, ha-ha. Smoke's coming out of his ears. His hair's gone into one of those Einstein things. His eyes are as big as saucers, and he's just sitting there going, oh, goo-goo. And all of a sudden, he starts to go for it again. But right then, the family Rottweiler comes running down the hall. He'd been called for food and bowls the baby over, knocks him out of the way, and runs off into the kitchen. Last scene is the dog's sitting there lapping up a giant bowl of menudo. The family's sitting around. Maharashi music is playing. Everybody's happy. That's the episode. I'm going, well, this is pretty cool and really different. So the next one is this old geezer in a wheelchair. And he's out on the highway, and he's being chased by a runaway steamroller. And he looks kind of like Christopher Lloyd, you know, in Back to the Future, one of those. And he's like trying to get away from this steamroller. And he's going, oh. And you're going, well, the steamroller couldn't run him over, could it? It looked like, you know, the thing at Temple of Doom with Indiana Jones and the big boulder running down the cave, and the guy's going to get squished. And he does. The thing just goes, boom. Goes right over him. Doesn't even make a bump. Just rolls off. And in the background, here's these guys high-fiving each other going, 10 points for the geezer. Okay, they're taking this to the extreme. But the next one is the all-time family favorite. Bus full of people trying to run the train to the crossing. And it's like, da-da-da-da-da-da, bus drivers going, come on, Loopy, you can make it, come on. People in the back going, stop, please, we don't want to die. Here comes the train, here comes the bus. And you're looking at it and you go, bus driver's got an outside shot, but the smart money's on the train. And sure enough, oh, wham! Blood and guts and tamales everywhere. People love this stuff. I'm talking to a nun the other day, a friend of mine, and she says, down at the nunnery, that's their favorite show. They make popcorn and light up tequila shots. And every time somebody eats it really bad, they toast and go, Hail Mary! I mean, that's kind of a little bit twisted. So, the next one, my favorite. Here comes a high-speed chase down the freeway, aerial view. SUV going like 120 miles an hour, chased by millions of cops, red lights flashing. and the guy blows a tire, or maybe they shot it out, I don't know. But whatever, the guy like all of a sudden goes bang and crashes head first into the center divider. Gets blasted through the window, flies through the air like a rag doll doing flips, and splat, lands in the second lane on the other side of the freeway. I'm going, well, that guy's toast. But he struggles to his feet and gets up. I'm going, wow. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, whoa! An 18-wheeler just takes him out. And it's just gone. Totally gone. So I'm going, hey, baby, run that back. I got to see that again. And she looks over at me with disdain and disgust and goes, you're kind of sick. You know, I thought surfers were supposed to be compassionate. And I went, surfers compassionate? Now you got that all wrong. Surfers are probably the least compassionate of anybody. They love to see their best friends eat it. That's even better. I remember one time I'm at Makaha in Hawaii watching the big famous international surfing championship, and the tandem was going on. That's where they have these guys holding chicks over their head, riding these 13'6", 150-pound giant boards. And they're coming into the shore break, and there's backwash. And some guy goes running right down to the edge of the water with this nice new Nikon camera with a lens. He's got glasses on, sunblock, a hat, and he's standing right there getting ready to take the picture of him. And the tandem team eats it. Their board gets sucked over the falls a zillion miles an hour, nails the guy across the shins, totally takes him out. Camera flies, glasses fly, hat flies. Guy's really hurt, obviously, broken legs. People are running down there and going, oh, somebody better go down there and save him. But no, first guy down there is going, dibs on the camera. So that's what we're dealing with surfers, folks. In fact, surf movies used to be a social event. You go to a high school or a college auditorium and see surf movies on the weekends. And they had big wave scenes and people go, ooh, wow, big waves. And you know, hot dog stuff with Dewey Weber and Phil Edwards, and people go, wow, they're so good. But the favorite was the wipeout sequences. They'd have like guys taking off a pipeline and spinning out, and their boards coming up under their arms, and you'd see them go up over the falls and just blah, wham, boards breaking, horrible thing, and people are just going, yay. And you're thinking, that guy's probably really hurt. But nobody thinks about that. They just think it's really cool. And the wedge, that was my favorite. Big, giant 20-foot wedge shore break. Body surf guy takes off, and gets drilled right into dry sand, all the way up to his knees. The only thing sticking out are his feet and his knees, and you can see his toes wiggling. He's like under there going, I'm buried, I'm broken, and I can't breathe. Somebody help me. He's wiggling his toes, and people are just going, yay, show it again, that was great. This guy's dying. Right about then, my wife comes back in rolling a wheelchair. I'm going, what's up with that? She goes, well, you know, they're working on the highway outside of town. I thought maybe you'd like to try that wheelchair thing. I go, well, I get rolled over by a steamroller? She goes, well, yeah, you could make the book of world records. World's biggest pizza. God, world's biggest pizza, baby. She goes, yeah, double cheese and corkaroni. What do you think? Was that good, or should we do another?